Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Tuesday, March the 10th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. The Walmal method, day 8. I was up again late and up early. I was talking with Walmal, who are becoming best buddies, best trading buddies over the phone. Um, it's kind of funny how you can find a lot of common ground with people that you've never met and they live 1,000 miles away. But one of the things that we discussed and we realized was, at least I found that something this morning. I was trading, and I was trading the pound dollar because that's what Walmart trades, and price was, it just made a new daily low, and the Walmall method signaled a short. And I'm thinking, and that was my problem. I'm thinking, remember that. I'm thinking, well, my indicators are telling me that I'm in the green rat zone and I shouldn't be reversing. If anything, I should be buying. Well, the problem is that I was mixing methods, and the Walmall method is based on statistics, just like the rat method is based on. But when you're trading one method, trade that method. If you go into the karate studio, don't be doing jujitsu moves. You're going to get your what kicked and you're going to get thrown out. And so, of course, price continued on a downward spiral. I don't know how many rules I broke when I went long. I believe the H1 was red, so that was the big one. But I was mixing methods. That was one, and I basically had to trade my way out of a mess, which is something, had I just followed the rules, it wouldn't have happened. And I'll show you that on a chart. But there's just something that's really important. When you're learning a new method, leave everything else at the door. You come in with a blank piece of paper, a blank slate. Follow the rules, because the Walmall method is based on statistics. And forget about any other analyzation. You go long at the line or you go short at the line, and that's it. It's basically like a buy zone trade. You don't have to analyze anything else because you've already run the statistics. And all you're doing is trying to take advantage of the fact that price is going to range on the pound dollar on a 1 hour candle within certain hours of the day. It's going to range 15 pips or more, and you're looking for those 5 pips. And the other thing that we learned or we discussed was, you take the 5 pips and you don't look back. In fact, Walmal said, we were in a trade together, and he said after the trade, he closed the trade, he flipped over and he was looking at another screen because he didn't want to know what happened, because he didn't want to accidentally jump back in. So those are just some things to keep in mind. But remember, boys and girls, fellow traders, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may vastly differ from mine. And you have to understand that trading is very risky. You can lose all of your money. So if you're looking for trading advice, investing advice, financial advice, seek it from an accredited financial professional. That way, when you take their advice and you lose your money, you know you got your advice from an accredited financial professional, rather than some guy with a funny name putting out trading videos on YouTube, or something on a trading forum or Twitter or Facebook or wherever. And because trading is so risky, on each and every trade, you have to have your money and risk management in place so you don't lose any more than you're willing to lose on that particular trade. Okay, disclaimers over. For the weekly, you can see here the pound. It came right through the previous week's high. It opened above, shot down, and look at that, 131 pips to the south side. But the heartbreaker here is the dollar yen. Oh, You know, I had some positions here, and I sold out way too soon. I should have just left them in. You know, that's a shoulda, coulda, woulda. But right here, you can see the analysis right there. There was this virgin wick zone. And I think we discussed that. I put out a virgin wick zone video also yesterday. So if you hadn't seen that, you might want to check it out. But you can see here, there's still some gaps that need to be filled. But yeah, the pound dollar proved to be some fun trading with Walmal. And you can see here on the day, look at this. There's that upper wick zone, and boom, to the downside. Um, Here we go. There's the opening day range for the week. Look at that. Another one. Here we go. We were above the inside bar. Oh, and I did figure out one thing, and I'll show it to you when we get to it, why my computer was running so slow. Only 2 pairs, less than 100. I mean, these are like the old days. These days are probably not going to last long, so you need to go out there and be greedy. Get as many pips as you can. Just don't be too greedy. Don't do anything foolish. Now, I have the VWAP, and I had the VWAP column. That VWAP calculation was chewing up CPU cycles, because I was thinking there's got to be something I'm doing. Maybe it was the ATR zones because it was looping through, but that was only on 1 pair. But this was calculating VWAP on, 25 pairs. No wonder the machine was running so slow. So anyway, you can see here on the buy zone, we had a long and hit that pivot, and then it just tanked. It cleared out that missed pivot from 1 day ago, and here we are once again. Now, oh, what I did, I'll show you in a few minutes. You'll laugh. Here's a nice rat reversal. In fact, Walmal and I, we took advantage here, and we made some pips going that way. Here we go. We took out the weekly pivot. We took out the monthly pivot. So that was nice. Actually, we had taken out the monthly pivot on the way up, and now we're returning to on the way down, considering when we hit monthly R1. So, and there's weekly R2 up here. We went through weekly R1 yesterday, and everything returned. And here we go. You can see on the daily, this is the pound. You see we took out that missed pivot. Actually, this one, that wasn't a missed pivot. Took out that pivot yesterday, picked up that missed pivot, picked up that missed pivot. So once again, you can see there's not too many missed pivots hanging around. It's a very nice statistical trade. Wick zones, in and out. And I will get to the Walmal method, and then we're right here. You can see here, I've got it on the 1-minute chart using the Walmal lines indicator that I wrote. And so here we had the open, so the buy was at 30, the sell was at 20, and this was pretty clear signal right here to the south, making a new low. But you see here, no, I'm sorry, didn't make a new low this hour, but you see we're within that red rat zone, and that's what kind of led me astray. But that happened back here, and I will show you. So I went long. I shouldn't have. I jumped the gun, because you can see here the high was 07. So I never should have been long. And then I got my fingers burned. And then here was another nice trade. And this is one where you can see it opened at 32. So that means the short was at 30. The high was at 47. So that means you could have gone from 40 to 47. Okay. But once again, I'm thinking that it's not going to go lower. And well, you don't think with the Walmal method. In fact, all you really need to do, let's see, do I have it on this one? Yeah, right here. You can see it. Let me put this on the H1. But you see price open between these two lines. So there's the long, there's the short. So right now, price open between these two lines, and so I've got them color coded now in the modified sweet spots. I updated it. So here there was a sell at the 20, and if you come back over here, let's do this real quickly and put on the, actually, I kind of like looking at the M1. You can see right here, there was a clear signal, and there was 7 pips to be had. Now, once again, you were probably up 5 and it returned. So the Walmal method, you want to get 3 or 5 because he's trading, I wouldn't say heavy, but he's swinging some pips or some lots, okay? In fact, to save my bacon out of this one trade, I had to put on, probably one of the heaviest trades I put on in a while, but it worked out. But don't do that at home, boys and girls, because remember, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine, and trading is very, very, very risky, and you can lose a lot of money in the blink of an eye if you trade heavy. So I do not recommend that. But you can see here is very clear signal, open between 20 and 30, short at the 20. Could have picked up 5 or more pips. If you wanted to double dip, it gave you an opportunity there. But usually you can do pretty much a one and done. And that's it. I mean, if he's trading, Walmal's trading, 5, 6 hours a day, but a lot of times he's done after, 2 or 3 trades. That's all he needs. And in fact, I called him up this morning, so we were talking, and he wanted to blame me. And I know you're listening to this, Walmal. I didn't make you do it. You came in from outside, you went to your trading computer, and you jumped in that trade. He made money, but he was trying to blame me for trading. But hey, you're the one didn't stick to your plan. You were trading outside of your hour zones. So you see, I'm not the only one breaking rules. And it's really hard to do, to stick to the rules. It's you can find 1,000,001 reasons to break the rules, okay? That's just the way it is. It's kind of like problems, or you can find a million reasons not to do something. You can find one reason to do it. It just depends on what you want to do. If you don't want to do something, you got a million excuses. And if you want to do something, it only takes one reason to do it. So it's part of human psychology. And that's why when people ask me, what kind of books, what trading books, I go, no, don't read psychology books. Because if you can control your mind, which then you will control your behaviors and reactions, you can be profitable in trading. And that's what makes it so hard, because this method is pretty much like the buy zone. It's just now we're doing the buy zone basically every hour, but rather than using so many pips away from the open, we're just saying, hey, it's not going to stay within the 20 and 30. It can't, because of the range. Statistically, it just won't do it. The statistics are in your favor. I put those statistics up on a couple of the first videos. I don't need to put them up every day. There's no point. We'll maybe revisit them maybe at the beginning of each week. We might do that. So you just have to know I'm trading statistics, and if you remember, one of my videos or posts from years ago, I said we have to be like trained monkeys so we get the banana. You train the monkey, you buy here, you sell here, trained monkey, right? Okay, so we sold here, monkey gets 5 pips, monkey gets banana. It's that simple. There's no thought involved. There's no thinking involved. So remember, I said I thought, I was thinking. That was my mistake. All I have to do is follow the rules, follow the plan, do the method, let the statistics play out in my favor. Hey, are you going to lose sometimes? Yes, you are. It's trading. It's not guaranteed. But the thing is, if you follow the rules and the statistics don't change drastically, you too can be a profitable trader. But just remember, educational purposes only. So, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So get out there and drain the banks.